Hey guys, we're here with the best week ever. I'm Destiny Witherspoon.
I'm Kelly Moore.
And I'm Shantian Mosley.
And we're here to uncover some of the best trending and social, political, and entertaining things that happened the previous week. So let's get into it.
Starting with the Democratic debate that started this week, one of the main points that I think is important to point out, and a lot of people notice it too, Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton played off each other a lot. And I don't know if that was a tactic. Personally, I'm not into politics, but I think it was very safe. It's very safe to kind of like go off your opponent. But one thing that they did cover that was one of the biggest issues was what's going on in Flint, Michigan. Mm-hmm. And I'm so happy that they did that, because I feel like that's something that's so important. And people aren't paying attention, but they're not paying attention enough. Mm-hmm. Like, everybody's well aware that people are being someone's being poisoned, and then that's just it, and no one's really talking about it. And I'm really happy that they decided to do that. Mm-hmm. Another thing that they decided to cover was the Black Lives Matter movement, what really surprised me. Well, I was very, very surprised they both did it, especially with Hillary Clinton, because Hillary Clinton has been scrutinized because of the things that she said in 1996 against people. Not that long ago. And that's like another thing that she's been
20 years?
No, still not long enough. Like, how people criticize it, they make it seem like it's a childhood thing. It's something that she said when she was in college. Mm-hmm. Something she said when she wasn't, not cognitive enough to understand what happens in politics. She was 49 years old.
And she was the first lady.
Yes. Her husband was already the president when she said the comments that she said about young black youth being super predators. So for her to say that she's like for the Black Lives Matter movement, Trayvon Martin's mother is promoting Hillary Clinton because of the things that she says. And I wasn't expecting the Black Lives Matter movement to come up at all, honestly. Maybe for Bernie Sanders, since he did do a lot of work with civil rights movement. But Hillary Clinton, I was very surprised. And criticize-wise, negatively, a lot of people were kind of iffy about this Democratic debate, because there was a lot of Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton would go at each other, but they agree on a lot of the same things. So it's kind of like it was a debate, but not really. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, I'm better than you, even though we agree on a lot of the same things, but you guys should vote for me anyway.
And I kind of think Hillary plays off of Bernie Sanders' novelty and kind of the attention that he's getting on some of his issues to kind of match him a little bit, but of course spin it in her own way. Yeah. And I think, honestly, I'm glad that it's gotten to the point where they probably wouldn't have gotten this much attention and this much support and credibility had they not brought up those issues. Yeah. And I'm glad that we can even say that they even noticed that you have to speak on these issues if you want the black vote, if you want any, the minority vote, or if you want just the different classes, you have to speak on these issues, or you're going to seem incredible. Yeah,
indeed. So moving on to our second topic, which is the University of Kentucky President Eli Capiluto's email, where he addresses the UK Call to Action town hall meeting that we had last Monday on February 29th. So in the email, he discussed the main issues that were discussed at the town hall meeting, including increased funding for the diversity scholarship, a revision of the student code of conduct, which will include social media. On our campus, we've had a lot of social media attacks, racially and otherwise, so for that to be included in the code of conduct is definitely a victory, so it won't be overlooked or just putting a Band-Aid on anything anymore.
Or just covering it as freedom of speech. Mm-hmm. We had a discussion on this in my civil rights class, and there's a topic what's the difference between hate speech and freedom of speech? And there is a really there's a fine line, and it's very hard to define, but it's when it happens, it's so clear. Mm-hmm. It's definitely this isn't freedom of speech, you're being hateful.
Yeah, because you're literally attacking someone. Your intentions is to cause hurt, not to express your opinions. It's to make someone feel bad about whatever they believe in or however they look. So that's definitely a big thing. Some other things that he addressed were scholarships. We definitely talked about that. Increasing the positions in the graduate school as well as other health colleges. It was just a lot of different things. A lot of students were upset that he wasn't there. However, he sent that email to cover his responsibilities. So,
and I think that's a
appreciate
win for his image, honestly, and kind of for us, because I know I was kind of getting sick and tired of hearing we have a strategic plan.
What is
Elaborate. Let me know, what are the strategies? So I think he understands that, because the way the email was even formatted, it was like bullet, boom, this is what we're trying to fix, this is what we're going to do, increase this, and I think that really resonates with us, and that he sees that's how we need him to approach a situation. Not like, oh, we're working on it, we've got a plan. Yeah, finally we're getting to see specific laid out details of the actions you know are necessary for you to take.
And the big thing, my standpoint is, like, a strategic plan, it can't just be administered by the administrators. Like, it has to go from all levels, from the administrators to the faculty to the students. So it's up to us too. We have to do our part. We can't just have all the weight on their shoulders. We're students on this University of Kentucky's campus. We're in this community. Decisions affect us. Also, he brought up the budget cuts that Governor Vivian is trying to put in place. So he's asking us to rally together as well as fix the racial climate on campus, helps to fix these budget issues in the state of Kentucky. So,
and I really think that's a way to bring us all together as well.
Mm-hmm.
So though we are facing these things on campus, like, there is also I don't want to say bigger, because this is not by any means a small issue, but there is also a student body concern with the budget cuts, and so I think that brings us together, and him just giving us the governor, giving us the governor's phone number to call, or the line, whatever we're supposed to call, and just encouraging us to really reach out and stand up for stopping the budget cuts really, resonate with me.
And going back to the civil rights movement, although it was about race, at the end of the day, it was about capitalism. So although we may be mad at each other for the color of our skin, when it comes down to the dollars, we all are one community.
And we have so much more power than what we think. I think people forget all the time, the people who were at the forefront of the civil rights movement were college students.
Exactly.
They were 20-something-year-olds.
All type of.
They were 20-something-year-olds, and if they could do it in 1960, why can't we do it in 2016? What's the difference?
What is the difference?
So
only color television in every home. That's the difference.
I agree.
Yes.
So we have a next point, and this kind of goes along with that. There was the first multicultural sorority actually had their probate yesterday, and I thought it was, really exciting. It's the first in Kentucky, I believe, and it's called Theta Nu Xi, and they had 15 members come out, and I actually went to attend because I wanted to support it. I didn't really know a lot about it, and so I think definitely promo would be better, but that's just a good idea to me. Like, I feel like on paper that just looks good, and just a sisterhood where it's not just one specific type, even though I understand why we have like the Black, Greeks and, other, it makes sense, but I think it's really important that we learn about each other, and that's a step in accepting each other, especially when racial tensions and the climate on this campus is like it is. I thought that this was a win.
Yes, definitely. And the role of a sorority or a fraternity is to supply the members with a network. So that's why the Black Greeks were created, because they couldn't get into those networks of the Panhellenic society. So this network of multicultural organization, I think, is amazing. It crossed those racial, religion, or any other lines, and again, bring sisterhood as one, as their motto says. So
not only that, but like you said, I understand the purpose. Like, once upon a time, they couldn't pledge the Black sorority, so they had to create the Black sororities. But now, they have history. They already have a presence on campus. Maybe it's time for something else. Maybe it's time for a new sorority or fraternity to make a legend, make something for themselves. And I think it's really dope that we finally get to be a part of it. I believe like the first fraternity was the Alphas in 1906. I wasn't born.
Right.
But now, like, I can see something start from the beginning. And that's so nice to see, and I get to be a part of that.
Yes.
Yeah. And I will want to say, it's not like this isn't the first, like, this is the day it was born. So they have other chapters on different campuses, but this is just a big win because this is the only one in Kentucky. Yes. So that's really good. And to have it at UK, which is a predominantly white institute, that really shows that maybe we can make those strides to incorporate everyone. And I really liked, the most interesting part for me was that when they were coming out to their songs or whatever, it was what they wanted. And so it was like reggae music, or Spanish or just like different kind of things. And I was just like, to really emphasize that this is multicultural, and you got that you got slapped in the face with it every time, which you need. Yeah, I'm here for it.
Yes, because best believe I'm showing you my black. Like I'm unapologetically black, so you can be unapologetically multicultural. We definitely stand in solidarity with you all.
Exactly. And I'm here for the butterfly. That is so cute.
I know the butterflies symbolize so much, especially in the DR.
Yes.
Like I'm half Dominican, if you guys didn't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Born if it ain't born, it's born.
I'm just like one boat stop away from the DR. Exactly.
Wait, you're playing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I got a host mom. That's my mom.
Okay.
So
I got you.
All right. So moving on. Speaking of DR and beaches, spring break.
Yes.
Spring break.
Oh, next week.
Yes. So we're gonna give you some top 5 tips of ours to help you enjoy and fully experience your spring break. So for the number 5, we have wrap it up. We know a lot of people, you have a lot of free time, and in free time can make babies. So we definitely want you guys.
Or worse. Okay.
Or worse.
Okay. Depending on how you look at it, you know, I don't know which one you consider worse. But yes, you know, have fun. It's a great time.
And I'm all here for like sexual expression, especially in the new age. I'm so here for everybody like letting women enjoy their sexuality, letting women be nude and not be
no respectability of politics around here.
That's fantastic.
No
like,
policing. No
if you want to free your nipple, I'm all here. Show me your nipple. but it's just that like we're just trying to say we just because you have free reign to do whatever you want, and we're all here for you to do it. Just make sure you are safe.
Yeah,
make sure that whatever, who or what you are doing, you have proper consent.
Right.
Sex is a very adult thing, and if you want to do stuff that is very adult, you have to behave like one. So spring break is a great time, and we want you to have it, but we want you to be safe too.
Don't want you to come back itching.
Yeah, don't come back to Kentucky with regrets.
Don't do it.
No regrets.
No regrets. All right, let's move on to number 4.
And our number 4 is
budgeting. Make sure that you budget properly. A lot of people think that they budget properly, and you really don't. So like budgeting is so much more than, you know, transportation. It's so much more than hotel fees. Think about like little things. Miscellaneous, and you can rack. Oh, I know I do. Like I love little trinkets. I love Miami. Like I went to Miami. Of course, I had to get a shirt that said, "Oh, I went to Miami." You had those little things, restaurants, and just outings. You'll forget about it, and you'll miss out on so much because you did not budget. So make sure you think about the little things that you want to buy that you don't consider because you're too busy worrying about a rental car or a hotel. Remember that drink that you want that you can't get. You gotta get water now.
And with that, remember how much it costs for a taxi, because you're responsibly.
Lyfts.
Make sure that you have all those things in mind, because it's not even just like, oh, I didn't realize I wanted to do this, but I know, it's fun. You get down there, you're crazy. You get a bottle, but we want to encourage you to be responsible with your money and with everything that you do.
Definitely be adventurous. That's our next tip. Be adventurous. Don't step outside of your comfort zone. We understand that we are in a conservative state, but once you cross these borders, like let it free. Like liberate yourself. It's okay, but be cautious.
Yes, and that's our next step.
Be cautious. You can be friendly, but if someone just a gut feeling, like at Olivia gut at that. If you got that Olivia scandal gut, definitely trust it, and don't go anywhere by yourself. Make sure you have your friends with you.
And also, I want to make sure don't think that people think the way that you do. My mom always told me that too. Just because you're in a great mood, just because you're a great person, just because you have great intentions does not mean somebody else does. Right. And you do have to take that into consideration. Someone who's acting friendly may not be. Ted Bundy, serial killer, was super friendly. You gotta think about things like that.
Right. Do. Don't go down there paranoid like serial killer. But I definitely want you guys to, just be cautious of where you're at. Make sure you know your surroundings. Don't just be out somewhere you don't know how to get back to your hotel or wherever you're staying. Make sure you do the buddy system, of course. Yes. And that guy is looking at you from the side. Okay, make sure he stays there and he don't follow you. Got it? All right, let's go to the next step.
And our next one is just have fun. enjoy yourself. Midterms is upon us. Definitely don't worry about those. Get out of this school mentality and just be a person. Don't be a student. Be a person. Enjoy it.
Get you a tan on.
Get you a tan on. Let
Yes.
your hair
Or go to a
down.
museum. That's what I'm going to do. Everyone's not going to the beach. Sorry.
Interesting.
Yes.
But please, 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 make sure you come back with April's rent money.
Definitely.
Got it?
Mm.
All right.
Need that.
All right, we hope you guys enjoyed this segment of the best week ever. I know I have. We want to wish you guys a great spring break, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.